was growing up like for me? Wow. Growing up was quite interesting because I had a lot of cousins all around, and then we used to just go to each other's houses to play. And then for educationally, it was quite interesting because I know a lot of children will say their parents are always telling them that they always tops class and all of that. But mostly, I was almost always tops of my class in my primary school. Then in secondary school, I still did very, very well. It was a bit challenging at some point in time because I lost my father around when I was 8. So growing up with a single mom, taking care of 3 children was a bit challenging. Then I had to grow up, faster. And then I became like the assistant mommy to my siblings. I guess those are part of the things that formed who I am today. Okay, so I'm a mom of 5 children, made up of 4 boys and a girl. I'm married to my lovely, darling, caring, I don't know, I can't run out of adjectives to describe my husband, Yemisi Obe. We've been married since 2003. So this year we marked our 20 years wedding anniversary. It's been an awesome journey so far. So I have children in, I can say, almost all levels of education. University, secondary school, and then nursery school. But it's okay. My career journey since I completed my education, right? I started from First City Monument Bank, where I served for about a year. Shortly after that, after my service here, I moved over to Zenith Bank. And I was in Zenith Bank for almost 2 years before moving to KPMG Professional Services, the Business Advisory Services Unit. I was there for about 5 years, from 2002 to 2007. From there, I moved over to Mobile Producing Unlimited, but it was just a very short stint at Mobile. I spent just about 6 months there before moving to Shell Nigeria Exploration and Production Company, where I spent another 7 years before deciding to embark on this entrepreneurial journey that I'm on. So all in all, I spent about 14 to 15 years post-university working, gathering experience and gathering money as well to be able to fund this entrepreneurial journey. Why do I have to succeed? I guess my mom is a retired teacher, and with teachers, they have this knack for excellence in whatever it is that you're doing. If you don't cross your T, you lose a mark. If you don't dot your I, you lose a mark. So I guess that spirit of trying to make sure that whatever it is that you do it excellently well, was ingrained in me right from when I was young, through my mom's teachings and then my own experiences. And then as I grew, the different companies that I worked with also ingrained that spirit of you wanting to make sure that you do everything you're doing right, so that you don't go back and make mistakes, because mistakes could be costly. So all of that put together, worked on my psyche to make sure that whatever it is that I put my mind on, or whatever it is that I put my hands on, I have to make sure that I execute it excellently well, to the point that whoever it is that is looking at it will say, yes, this is an excellent output. Why do people think that I stand out? One major thing that I know about myself is that I'm a problem solver. When an issue occurs, I don't sit down beating around the bush. I ask questions. I try to understand why it happened, what could have been done to prevent it happening, or what can be done to salvage the issue. Actually, let me tell you a joke. My husband said that singular skill was what made him to decide that this is his wife. He had an issue, and then I drove down to where he was, and rather than, like crying or shouting, I just took charge and was telling everybody, do this, and all of that. So that has always been part of me. That problem-solving skill looking for a way to remedy situations and to just prefer solutions is something that I know stands me out. If I have to go back in time, what would I do differently with my career or business growth? With my career, I'm happy with what I have done, but the only thing that I would want to change with my business is that I should have started earlier. Because I know that if I had started earlier, we would have been able to achieve so much more. I'm happy and grateful for where we are right now. But right now, age is already catching up, and there are some things that I may not really want to do, because as you are getting older, you won't want to be taking some risks. So I guess if I started earlier, I would. So I think I would have preferred to start earlier than I did. But I'm still grateful for when I started and where we are. 2 unforgettable moments in my life. I guess I'll start with the sad one, when I lost my father. Because I was so close to my father that I used to call him Daddy Me, like he's my father. Despite the fact that I had siblings. So everywhere he went, if he was traveling outside Lagos, I would go with him. Everything he did, I was almost always with him. So when he died, I didn't believe it for 2 or 3 years. I just felt one day he would just, pop out of the corner and tell me he was just joking and things like that. So that's a very sad incident that happened to me, and the effects are still with me anyway, Sometimes I just still sit down and I wonder, if my father was here, how would he be now? What would our relationship be like? How would he be relating with my children or with my husband? Nevertheless, I have a lot of happy moments, right? But one major happy moment for me is when I said I do to my husband. I'm happy and grateful that he's the one I chose, and he's the one that I'm the one he chose. Because I can't imagine life differently with any other person or without him. I'm very happy because through him, my children came, through him, the business came, and every other thing about me. I became a better person, even by being married to him. And I've achieved so much because he pushes me, he encourages me, he's always in everything, and he's like my sounding board. If you annoy me at work, he's the one I will call, that I will rake for, or that I will explain everything to. So I'm happy about the choice of my partner.